Hi everybody, it's Hunter.
And Joe.
We are your two old men at heart, and we just got off a cruise this morning. And so today is a very sad day. It's also going to be a very long day,
Yes.
especially for Joe. He's driving. So we are on our way up I-95 through Florida. We'll be stopping for lunch here right around noon, a little after noon, and we're actually going to meet up with my cousin, who lives in Florida and close enough to I-95 that we can meet up with her and have lunch. So we're going to go to somewhere that we don't get to go when we're back home because they closed all of them.
Yes,
It's just a chain restaurant. It's nothing special, but it's somewhere we like to go to eat.
And they closed the ones that we used to go to.
Steak and Shake.
Yes.
Let us know if you have a Steak and Shake near you. We might have to come and visit you. But today is a sad day because we did disembark this morning. It was a very early morning.
It was early. We were up at 5 o'clock this morning to get showered and finish packing toiletries and such, and grabbed some breakfast on the ship, and then we were down before 7, standing in line, waiting to get off the ship. But we're you're not supposed to do that.
But we found that if you don't do that, you're going to be stuck.
Assuming you're doing the self-assist off and you're not making use of them taking your luggage ashore.
So that's one thing that we haven't done a video about. We'll probably do a specific video about it at some point. But self-assist is the fastest and, in my opinion, easiest way to get off the ship. We got up at 5 a.m., we got showered and dressed, and we went up to the Lido deck to the buffet, and I didn't even realize it was not even open yet when we got up there because it was so early. They open at 6 a.m. And so we got up there, and it was just a few minutes before 6, and so we had to wait a little bit. Well, not really, because the one station that we did go to, they were open and they were starting to get
the process of starting things.
So you were second in line.
Yes, to get my crepe.
To get your crepe.
My last crepe for several months.
Yeah. And then I got some waffles this morning with strawberries on top. Freshly made. Do we want to talk about our cruise at all?
Sure.
We had a nice cruise.
We did. Yes, it was a nice cruise. We had fantastic weather. I mean, all 11 days we had a couple stray showers that passed over us briefly, but certainly nothing that was ever an issue.
The nice thing about if you're sailing on the cruise ship itself, not in port, they can take a look at the radar and they can dodge storms as long as it doesn't pop up very quickly. They can take a look and they can.
And it's within reason. I mean, they're not going to sail unless it's super bad. They're not going to sail way out of their way, but they will weave a little bit if they can see a storm coming. Shoot for the better weather.
But it was a good time. We were very busy. We had lots of ports. It was island hopping, and we did do that. We went to lots of different countries, lots of new places that we haven't been to before.
Yes, 8 of our 11 days were ports.
Yeah.
And of those, 5 were new to us, because we'd been to St. Martin, St. Thomas, and Half Moon Cay. So, yes, 5 of the 8 ports were new to us.
Yes. And the ship is beautiful, and the staff is just fantastic. We love the staff. Thank you to all of the staff, everyone who has worked with us, Vincent and Miguel and Romel, and our room stewards, Nordine and Andre.
Yes.
And then our Lido deck people. What were their names?
Pressy and Bless.
And then,
who will feature in some of the food videos. Yeah. They were very excited to wave and say hello to the camera when we were doing our tours of the different breakfast, lunch, dinner on the Lido.
Yeah. And then Denny was our waiter in Canaletto, and
Kai.
was our waiter in Tamarind.
Waitress, yes.
Waitress in Tamarind. But yes, thank you to all of them, and it was nice. It was very nice to be on vacation. It had been a while since we
Yes,
had.
and we
since we
enjoyed
were
all of the assortment of shows and entertainment on the main stage. There was a really nice kind of mix of
Yes, quite a mix. Yes, we had the violinist, the solo
that.
violinist.
Solo violinist for just one performance, which is unfortunate. I would have loved to have seen her again.
Yeah.
But she got off the ship after just a couple of days.
And then we had the comedian. We only had one performance from him too.
The first comedian, Alvin, yes. We only had one, and he got off in St. Martin as well.
The Island Magic Steel Band. They are fabulous. You have to like them on Facebook if you can. And we bought one of their albums. They put it on a USB drive, so we were able to plug it in to the USB port here in the car, and we listened to the whole album already as we've been driving home. So that was good. And then we had the new production company.
Three new shows.
3 brand new shows that were premiered that we have some video clips of, and the singers and dancers with that company.
Yes.
And then we had the crooner, Les Langhorst. Thanks for following us on Instagram, Les. And we also had the comedian and impressionist.
Which we only got to see once. He had 2 performances, but we only got to see once because we missed the one show.
Right. We only played trivia one time. Can you believe that? That's like our thing when we go on a cruise,
Yes.
is to play trivia. And we only played trivia one time while we were on this cruise.
Yes, well, they didn't have any morning trivias
No.
on this sailing, and the 1 o'clock trivias we didn't really get to do because most of the days we were on an excursion. We were in port. So we missed most of those.
So, but it was a wonderful cruise, and now it's time to plan our next one. So, thanks for following along. We're gonna drive home now. The rest of we have probably 7 hours to go. Probably more than that, 8 hours still to go.
At least 8 hours. 8 hours plus.
So, here we go. Bye, everybody.